Deep in the forests of the Pacific Northwest, towering above the tree line at nearly 8 feet tall, a massive, hair-covered humanoid creature moves silently through the wilderness. For centuries, indigenous peoples have spoken of such beings. Today, we call it Bigfoot, and the question that has captivated researchers, skeptics, and believers alike remains as elusive as the creature itself. Are these sightings rooted in ancient truth, or are they simply the product of modern imagination and deliberate deception? The legend of Bigfoot, known scientifically as Sasquatch, extends far beyond contemporary folklore. Long before European settlers arrived in North America, indigenous tribes across the continent possessed rich oral traditions describing encounters with large, ape-like creatures. The Lumi tribe of Washington state spoke of Tsimeko, while the Chehalis people described the Tsetsalas. Perhaps most famously, the Halkomelem word Saskets gave us the modern term Sasquatch. These weren't mere campfire stories designed to frighten children. Native American accounts often portrayed these beings as forest guardians, spiritual entities that commanded both respect and caution. The Quinault tribe viewed them as powerful shamanic figures, while the Spokane people considered them omens. The consistency of these descriptions across geographically separated tribes suggests something more substantial than simple mythology. The transition from indigenous legend to modern phenomenon began in earnest during the 19th century. As European settlers pushed westward, encounters with mysterious forest dwellers began appearing in newspapers and personal accounts. In 1811, David Thompson, a fur trader and explorer, documented enormous footprints measuring 14 inches long and 8 inches wide near Jasper, Alberta. His detailed journal entries described tracks unlike any known animal, sparking what would become centuries of speculation. The California gold rush brought thousands of prospectors into previously unexplored wilderness areas, and with them came a surge of unusual reports. Miners described enormous, human-like creatures, watching them from ridge lines and hearing otherworldly screams echoing through mountain valleys. These accounts, published in local newspapers, began cementing Bigfoot's place in American folklore. However, the modern Bigfoot phenomenon truly exploded in 1967 with the Patterson-Gimlin film. Roger Patterson and Bob Gimlin claimed to have captured definitive proof of Sasquatch on 16mm film in Northern California's Humboldt County. The grainy footage shows a large, hair-covered bipedal creature striding across a creek bed, briefly turning to look at the camera before disappearing into the forest. This 47-second film sequence became perhaps the most analyzed piece of cryptozoological evidence in history. Believers point to the creature's unique gait, muscle definition visible beneath the hair, and anatomical proportions that differ significantly from humans. Skeptics argue the footage shows nothing more than a person in an elaborate costume, noting inconsistencies in the creature's movements and the convenient circumstances surrounding the filming. The debate surrounding the Patterson-Gimlin film exemplifies the broader challenge facing Bigfoot research. Despite thousands of reported sightings, footprint casts, hair samples, and audio recordings, no definitive physical evidence has emerged. DNA analysis of alleged Bigfoot hair consistently reveals known animals like bears, deer, or even humans. Footprint casts, while impressive in size and detail, can be fabricated with sufficient skill and patience. Professional hoaxers have admitted to creating elaborate Bigfoot encounters, complete with staged footprints and carefully choreographed sightings. Ray Wallace, a logging company owner, revealed before his death that he had created many of the footprints found in Northern California during the 1950s using carved wooden feet. His admission cast doubt on numerous sightings in the region and highlighted how easily such evidence could be manufactured. Yet the sheer volume and consistency of reports across different time periods and geographic locations continues to intrigue researchers. The Pacific Northwest alone accounts for thousands of documented sightings, with witnesses ranging from experienced outdoorsmen to law enforcement officers. Many describe similar physical characteristics: massive size, dark brown or black hair, powerful build, and an unmistakably human-like face with pronounced brow ridges. Modern technology has failed to provide the breakthrough evidence believers hoped for. Trail cameras blanket forests where sightings occur most frequently, yet clear images remain elusive. Thermal imaging, DNA sequencing, and sophisticated audio analysis have yielded intriguing but ultimately inconclusive results. Perhaps the truth lies somewhere between ancient legend and modern hoax. The indigenous traditions may preserve cultural memories of extinct megafauna or encounters with relic populations of unknown primates. Alternatively, the human tendency to mythologize the unknown wilderness, combined with occasional deliberate deception, may explain the persistence of Bigfoot sightings. Whether Bigfoot represents an undiscovered species, cultural phenomenon, or elaborate hoax, one fact remains undeniable. The legend continues to captivate our collective imagination, reminding us that in our increasingly mapped and monitored world, mystery still lurks in the shadows of our deepest forests.